So for the costumes, we used black karate uniforms for the three girls. We chose this because they symbolise fighting, so the audience immediately associates the sequence and the rest of the film with fighting. The uniforms are black, and black has connotations of evil and power. Also, black is one of the main colour themes throughout the sequence. Also looked really effective when it was lit up in the box by the neon lights. And we wanted the girls' outfits to be simple so that more attention is drawn to the fighting and to their facial features. We also really wanted the girls to look powerful and determined instead of weak and vulnerable. We wanted the girls to look powerful and determined instead of weak and vulnerable because we originally had the girls wearing white dresses, but they just looked weak, so we changed to karate kit so that the rest of the sequence made more sense because it looked like a challenge rather than the girls just running away. And we ordered the outfits. The uniform came with white belts, but we decided not to use the white belts because after researching we realised that the belts were for beginners. The hair, two of the girls had their hair in a high ponytail and made it scruffy by pulling bits out, and one of them had their hair down. We decided one should have their hair down because it looked effective when she was held against the glass, so her face was up against the glass and her hair made it look really chaotic. And for the makeup, we made the girls come in wearing no makeup because we wanted them to look natural, and we added bruises using eyeshadow, purple eyeshadow and red eyeshadow, to accentuate the violence. We also added coconut oil to their faces so it looked like grease and sweat that they had been fighting intensely. Also, the camera would pick up acting off their faces so that the colourful lights would reflect off their face. We didn't want the girls to wear any shoes because we thought we wouldn't be able to choreograph a realistic fighting scene with shoes on because someone would actually probably get hurt, and no one fighting really for a game would wear shoes because it would be unfair. Overall, the girls' outfits looked really effective. The two men, we made them wear suits to show that they were superior to the rest of the cast, because wearing suits automatically makes them look formal and that they're not part of the casual betters in the crowd, but they're more important. And while we were researching, we found out that stereotypically villains wear black or red. So we used this information when we were looking for an appropriate costume.
Hi, I'm Greta and I will be speaking to you guys about two parts within MISE-EN-SCENE: lighting, location and set design. I will start off with lighting. When us as a group focused on the lighting of the shoot, we wondered what it would be. Before we had shot the sequence, our thoughts were on having a quite dark lighting with some white spotlights for the three girls that were captured, and that was what we were going to do from the beginning. However, on the shoot day, we changed our idea slightly, which meant we had to completely change how the lighting would look on camera. Now the idea was that the location is an underground type of club. This meant that we needed colourful lights, which luckily we could find on the day. As a result, this lighting suited my interests best and the group's because it just gave away what the narrative is about, which is a vision we want to create for the audience. Now following on to location and set design. From the beginning, we were going to be using a set design in the studio and also a location in the woods for when the girl is running. The set design in the studio was going to be where the three girls were tied up beneath the spotlight. It was supposed to be dark and mysterious to clarify the narrative and genre of the film, as if would have created tension. The other set design was in the edit suite, and this was where the game master and the man choosing would be whilst they stared down on these three girls. For the location, we decided on the woods, as there are many around us close by. This would have created a climax to the sequence and a mysterious ending which would have made the audience want to watch further. Later on in the development of our idea, we realised that this particular narrative wasn't working and could have looked inappropriate. Therefore, we changed it to that we would only use a set design and forget about the location in the woods. This is because we had changed our idea into a type of fight scene between the three girls, and it just wouldn't have made sense if one of the girls just ran out in the woods when these girls are supposed to be fierce and strong. On the shoot day, as I talked about earlier, we changed the studio's set design slightly by using a glass box where the three girls would be fighting in, whilst many other extras would be betting around them as if it was a club or a type of fight club. Overall, the shoot day went much better as it was previously planned, and we will make great efforts on editing it as well. Thank you.
So we used a variety of props such as a gun, fake money, Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, a walkie-talkie, a phone, and fake blood, and also makeup. Initially we researched weapons such as knives, but come the day we didn't actually need them because they didn't fit in with the aesthetic. Instead we used guns because they fit in with the sequence more, and they immediately show connotations of violence and are associated with death. When we were researching props, we figured that a gun automatically gives the person holding it authority, so we saw that the authoritative figure was holding the gun or had the power over the gun. We were going to use red wine as the drink to show evilness, but instead we used Coca-Cola because it gives more of a comical feel to the sequence. Also, Coke is a drink that would usually be drunk in the cinema or when you're watching telly or something. So we thought, as they're watching the fight, it's like some kind of entertainment for them. We used fake money to show that there's a deal going on and that there's some sort of game happening aimed at rich, wealthy people. Walkie-talkie was used to signal that he was talking to someone far away, and it's more formal and suspicious than using a phone or talking face to face. When we were researching props, we researched how to make fake blood and how to make it edible. This came in use because we needed fake blood to make the scene look more gory and violent for it to become a thriller. The blood looked really effective and realistic. The final prop we used was makeup to make the girls look beat up and to make the fight look tough. We used eyeshadow to create bruises and coconut oil to create sweat to make the sequence look really intense.